We're back. Okay. Okay. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to the Mentorship Corner. My name is Sibiano Mtandazo. If you are new here, welcome. Don't forget to like, share, and do not forget to subscribe. Today is our first video for our June business edition. We are hosting an amazing woman. Her name is Degracia Ngubane. She is the founder and CEO of the DHC, which is basically her hair line or hair brand called Degracia's Hair Creation. So before we start with the live, let's just get a few ground rules out of the way. So the first thing is you guys can wave, you guys can comment, you guys can add your questions if you've got questions, but I'm going to try and switch off comments so that we can actually attend to those later on in the video, in the live. And then another thing I wanted to say was, what did I want to say? Okay, I think that's about it. It's just the comments. So I'm going to first add a comment. June, I'm just adding a comment, business edition. And we are hosting DHC. Okay, and then I need to pin my comment so that everyone who's joining in can see that. So now I'm just going to invite Degracia to join us onto the live. Officially start with the interview. Hello.
How are you?
How are you? I'm well,
good.
thanks. I'm well,
I'm
thank
good.
you. Okay, so I'm gonna need you to make a few adjustments on your phone before we start. So I don't know if you need to try and sit back a little bit so that we can see your full face. There you go. That's it.
Beautiful.
That's all we need.
Sorted.
That's all we need. That's all we need. I had to buy data because my Wi-Fi was just giving me some problems, but I think we'll be good for now.
It seems like the network's good now. So whatever you did, it worked.
So seems like it. So we'll get right into the video. So the first question, so basically I've kind of done a little minor intro to introduce that you are the CEO, the founder of Degracia's Hair Creation, which is your hair brand. I forgot to say it's natural hair brand. Forgot to
natural
mention that.
hair, relaxed hair.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's just all hair. Yeah.
Oh, so you cover everything.
Everyone.
You see, now I'm thinking
everyone.
Okay.
I think I think most people think it's natural hair because I have natural hair, But it's for everyone. Yeah, it's for everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before we start with the technical business questions, I just need you to just introduce yourself to my viewers. So who is Degracia? How did you grow up? Like a very rough summary of your background, your qualifications, and just a highlight of what your business does, basically.
Okay, so Degracia Ngubane is a bubbly, focused young lady. I grew up in Newlands East, and then later on in life, when I was in high school, I moved to Newlands West, which is where like my accent comes from. Because most people ask me, "You black?" But the way you speak, it's not.
Girl,
you see,
I
it's
get that
not.
A lot as
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So then I grew up in Newlands East. I think that was like the funnest time of my life. I felt like I really got to be a kid in Newlands East. But then when I moved here, things were different. So yeah, and then my tertiary education, UKZN, I have a Bachelor of Commerce in accounting, and I just got my postgraduate diploma in accounting with CCA.
Lovely.
So yeah. So I have two amazing parents. They're both teachers at their respective high schools, and then I have two other siblings as well, brothers. So I'm the only girl, which I tend to enjoy. I tend to.
Oh my gosh. I moved my thing. Okay, we're back.
It's okay.
Sorry.
We're good. It's okay. Don't worry about it. So yeah, so I have two siblings. Grew up in a Christian household, very strict parents, hardworking parents, determined parents, and I think that has shaped me to be who I am. And then obviously my first gift I believe, is DHC, and that's pretty much my baby, my business. And it was born out of
Mm.
having an issue with my hair, and then through that, it was the passion of wanting to share some of the solutions that I found worked for me, and that's how DHC was
Mm.
born. Yeah.
Okay. As you see now, smart people, now you jump to my other questions.
No,
So,
I gave a brief summary, but we obviously go in depth as we go. We'll obviously
yeah,
go in
definitely,
depth.
definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely. So I've got my notebook with all the questions because it's just a lot with the first
Yeah.
interaction because we're just trying to get to know your business better and we're trying to get to know
Mm-hmm.
you better as a person. So
Yeah.
I couldn't memorize all of them. But we'll just like move on to the next question. So the next question is basically now we're just moving the focus from you as an individual
Mm.
and we're just focusing on DHC as a brand, DHC as a business. So I need you to just give me like a bit of detail in terms of what is DHC, what
Mm-hmm.
does DHC stand for, and what DHC does as a business. So you'll just outline if you're selling a product, what products do you sell,
Mm.
how do they help? If you're selling a service, what services do you sell, and how do they help, basically.
Okay, cool. So DHC is a hair brand. It's a business. We make and we sell our own hair products.
Mm-hmm.
There's no chemicals involved in any of our hair products. We try to go the organic route. In fact, that's what sort of sets us apart because we very much for the organic stuff, the natural stuff, even if it looks a bit different when you use it. But because there's this huge trust that we have and we've committed to our consumer that we're going to give you something that you can even eat if you wanted to, or you could put in your food if you wanted
Mm-hmm.
to. But we're going to use it because we know that it works. So we are predominantly for Black women. That's our focus, that's our market. And if obviously other women of different races do want to use our products, we're for it, explore it. But our first primary case is Black women. And
Yes.
we obviously are in the process of expanding our range, but in bulk, we make and sell hair products. We're a product-based
Mm-hmm.
business, and JC
Yes.
basically stands for Degracia, which is my name's hair creation.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Yeah.
just me creating products for people. So I've created something, and then it just makes, and it's also easier on the tongue when you say DHC. Oh, do you know DHC?
It
Yeah, I
is.
know DHC. Yeah,
It
it
is.
flows. Yeah. So,
It does actually. I just want to
mm,
take you back to the previous answer. You said something about what motivated you to start the business was basically the fact that you were struggling with your hair and
mm,
you realized Uti, you're not alone, and that's
yeah.
when you decided. So that was like almost like the birth of DHC, and
Yes.
then you started creating hair products. I think let's just run through that process again, just so that my viewers get a better understanding of how the brand was actually born and how it came to life.
Okay. So it was 2017 towards the end of the year, and I was in my second
Mm-hmm.
year of varsity. And now, obviously, with this access, we have like Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi, and everything else. I was very
Mm,
much into YouTube, like uh, any other student. But for me, I was on
mm,
YouTube because I was like, okay, since my hair is not growing and I'm not happy with it, and just the condition of my hair is not something that I'm proud of. In fact, most of the time I'd either have braids or not because it's a protective style, but because I myself am not, I don't
and
know how to
not
take care of my
confident with
hair.
your
I'm
own
not
hair.
confident.
Mm,
Yeah. So I was
mm,
just like, let's just do the braids, but we're not even sure about the braids, but let's do them. So I was like online
yes.
searching. Yeah. I'm like, okay, let me see what other Black women, what type of hair they have. What are they doing? Let me try and figure out what's going on. And then to my
Yes.
surprise, I saw a lot of African American women with grades 4C
Mm,
hair, 4B hair, which are different hair types, and their hair was growing. And I was like, hey,
mm.
there's something in this formula. Why, Tina? Why isn't my
Why
hair
aren't you getting
popping?
it right?
Yeah, what's going on, Yamo? So obviously, out of that curiosity, my first standpoint or the first thing that I wanted to do, which was immediate for me, was to grow my hairline. So for me, that was the
Mm,
first thing. I was like, okay, if we can grow this hairline, then we can grow the rest of the hair, right? So then My research
Yes.
was mostly based on looking what other women are doing, what are they using, educating myself about black hair, educating myself about natural hair, and what things I should be
Mm.
using for natural hair and what things I should be using if I
Yeah,
relaxed
cannot.
hair. And I
Mm.
just obviously personally chose natural hair because that was just my preference, which I think is a gift that we as black women have. We can choose. We don't have to just be stuck with
Yes.
one thing. Yeah. So then after that,
Girl.
honey, look at the
Privilege.
good guy.
Privilege.
Hey, exactly. So, so out of that, the hair growth oil came about, which was our first product, and the primary
Mm.
purpose of it was to regrow hair, regrow edges. It was a pandemic, and I used it, and it worked. And then out of
Mm.
that, I was like, I have to share this with other black women. I know my mom's friends.
Definitely.
I know so and so who also has a similar problem. Let's share, you know?
Yes. Yes. Mm.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it. And then let's just run through the products that you have, because I personally know you don't have just the hair oil because I've used your
Mm-hmm.
shampoo.
Yes.
So let's run through the different products that you have. Just like
Mm-hmm.
run through all of them, and if you can, just a summary of what each product does, so the viewer
Mm-hmm.
gets an understanding of what exactly the products do. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we have the hair growth oil, which is the first product. It's
Mm-hmm.
predominantly for growth of your hair, edges, bald spots, but it's just a growth product. So it's an oil form,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's our first product. The second product we have
Mm-hmm.
is our treatments with shea powder, which is it also has shea butter, so it's for breakage, lint retention, and just overall the health of your hair. So it's a good product
Yeah.
that you can use just to moisturize your hair, and you can keep it for like a long time. So like up to 6 days you can have it on your hair. But me, sometimes I'd have it on for 2 weeks. You can't even tell, but because
Sure.
yeah, up to 2 weeks, because you just all I have to do in the morning is just spritz some water on my hair and I'm good to go, because it moisturizes
Mm.
my hair,
Mm.
and while making sure that I don't have breakage. And then
Lovely.
the third product we have is our shampoo, which is a good
Mm-hmm.
cleanser. Everybody loves it because it gives you a nice clean scalp,
Girl,
honey.
girl. Can I
So
just add a testimony?
you better testify, honey. You better
Guys,
testify.
that shampoo, you know
Mm,
what? I'll share it towards the end of
you
the video, because I
testify.
just feel like girl, that shampoo works.
It's good.
It
It's good.
works. And it
Yeah.
lasts
No.
so long.
Yeah, it lasts so long. Yeah, it lasts really long,
Mm.
and that's what you want as a customer. You want to, really pay for something that you see actually works. So
Value
it's
for
obvious,
money, hey?
yes,
Yes.
value for money. Yeah. And then our
Mm.
last product, which we recently launched, was our hair food. So
Oh,
that
yes, I've seen
one,
that.
yeah, that one just promotes growth, moisturizes your scalp, because obviously we did have all these other products. But my next question was for myself is that now I need to give them something that is going to deal specifically with their scalp. So with DHC, we only produce products that serve a purpose. I won't make a conditioner when I don't know what is it exactly I want this conditioner to do. I don't just make
To
products for
do,
making them.
yes.
Yeah, so yeah,
Yes.
so I have to always know what's the purpose. If I add a shampoo, what is it exactly that I'm trying to do, Lan?
That you,
So
yes,
yeah,
what are you serving? How are you serving us better as your
for
customers?
sure.
Obviously, that's lovely. I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. It reminds me of our life in general. I know I'm going astray
Mm,
now, but it just
yeah.
reminds me of our life in general. I always say, for you to be able to live a purposeful life, you must live a life of service. And that's what I'm seeing through
Yeah.
your brand. It's you're
Yeah.
not just producing it to make coins. Fine, you're making the
Mm-hmm.
money, but at the
Yeah.
end of the day, it boils down to your why. And your why is to
Yes.
become of service to the next Black
Yes.
woman, or the next woman out there who needs help with their hair products. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Love, love, love
Yeah.
it. Um, the next one is basically just slightly enlighten us in terms of the growth of your business. So you said you started it in 2017.
Yes.
So looking back from 2017, when you started having that first product out launched,
Mm.
selling that first product to your first customer,
Yeah.
how has it grown from then till now?
Yo, it's grown. It's grown so much. I think
Yeah,
sometimes you forget how far you've come, but it's often in these conversations that you actually get an opportunity to actually reflect and be like, I've actually
That's so
come so
true,
far.
yes.
Yeah. So initially,
Mm.
obviously, we had like the hair growth oil with no labels, nothing. And I actually had like the instructions on a piece of paper, and I'd give people that, and I'll be
Are
like,
you serious?
legit. Like I was, it was just, I won't say it was a mess, but it didn't look, you know,
It was
all the
very
way
rough.
together. It was very rough. I was
Mm.
like a real diamond in the rough. I still am, but I think I've definitely polished up a bit. So, it was that whole
Definitely.
situation of not having labels, but I had a product, and that's all that matters. So, obviously,
Mm.
we grew and had stickers, and then from stickers, I got into a store in Musgrave Center, and I was able to get my product into that salon. And that was the
Mm-hmm.
beginning of great things. And but obviously now it's no longer available there. Not for anything bad, but just business reasons. But it's no longer
Mm-hmm.
there at Musgrave Center. And then we obviously grew to a point where we are now couriering like our products to different customers in different
Mm-hmm.
provinces, your Bumalanga,
Mm-hmm.
your
Your
like
Joburg.
girl. Yay! We were in Jersey, we Western Cape, everywhere. And you just
That's
like,
lovely,
oh,
yeah.
yeah, you never think that this little oil that you're mixing on your own in your house, and it's gonna reach
Mm.
even anywhere outside of Durban. And then
Exactly, yeah.
obviously, yeah, so from there, I also had a feature on Success magazine, which is really good. I never thought I would be on any type of magazine or any type of feature. And then
And you
from
were
the
featured on Market Friday.
Market
Just a
Friday, I was just
reminder.
about to mention, look at
Yes.
you, baby. Yeah, so I was also featured on a podcast. We also had an amazing interview with you as well, although it wasn't DHC focused, but it was very much business
Oh yeah,
orientated.
yes, yes,
Yes, yes, yes.
yes,
So then we
definitely. I
also had
remember.
that. Yeah, and then I'm currently in talks with a couple of salon owners in Durban because I feel like the focus for
Mm-hmm.
this year for DHC is to really take over the Durban market, and really be the brand for people who are in Durban as much as we are for other
Please
people.
motivate them to get your shampoo because it also smells nice. It
Yeah,
doesn't
I'll
just
tell
because
them.
that
You see,
those salon shampoos, girl, like
yeah,
they do the trick, but they also don't smell so nice.
yeah,
So please,
I
as
will.
you just add that in your
Yeah,
negotiation.
for sure. I'll be like, we need to
Yes,
make sure that we have the shampoo. Yeah. Yeah. So
yes,
we,
definitely,
yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, so it's really a good product, the shampoo which you love. So like
Mm,
now I'm
mm,
really working on being the brand being out there more than I'm out there. And when I say that, I
yes,
mean that I don't want to be, because obviously DHC is a personalized brand. The fact that it has my name, it tells you that it's a personalized brand.
yes,
But I want the brand
yes.
to stand on its own, yabo, and less of standing with me.
Ah,
You see?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Got
So
you, got you.
yeah, so that's also the key focus, getting into salons right now. I'm currently in talks. Hopefully those things pull through. And there's also like a really cool project that I'm having with Success TV, which is like they trying to get UKZN Shark Tank basically. I'm not sure if you're aware of the show
Yeah.
Shark Tank. Are you aware of it?
No, no.
Okay,
But
so
I'll check
like
it out after this.
okay, yeah, you should. But just a summary of it is like it's originally, I think, in America, where they get people to pitch their business ideas, and you have investors there who either choose to invest in your business or not. So they're trying to
So
do,
it's like
yeah,
Dragon's Den.
it's like Dragon's Den, yes. So now they're like
Ah,
trying to
got you, got you.
do, yeah, so they're trying to do a UK student based on so student entrepreneurs pitching their ideas and having investors, people who
Amazing,
are yeah, amazing stuff. People are doing a lot
amazing,
of great
amazing.
things. Even Success TV itself, it's like young people doing big
Mm,
things. So I'm
that's
also involved in
amazing.
that. Yeah, it's really amazing stuff. Involved in that and just trying to see where can I take DHC and where can DHC go. But we're really trying to be a
Yes,
household
yes.
brand. And we've also went
Mm.
a bit into merchandise. We have t-shirts as well because we want to make it more of
Oh
a
yeah.
yeah, so we have t-shirts now. So we also that has also been incorporated into our brand. So there's been a lot of growth. There's been a lot of features,
Mm,
and a lot of exposures, and
mm,
people have been very good to me. My customers have been very good to me, and they continue to be good to me. And we're
yes,
really excited to see where else can we go and whose life can we impact, that we haven't impacted.
yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, definitely. That's amazing. Wow, that's amazing. I think it kind of also answers parts of my next question, which is basically, what motivates and basically drives you to just keep pushing, you
Yeah.
started off very rough, and because now I started knowing DHC when, like, about 2 years ago, and it was actually
Yeah.
recommended by a friend, because I was just struggling with finding a shampoo, and she was like, no, but try DHC, she's got shampoos and this and this.
Mm.
So I'm just seeing how rough it started. One of our
Yeah.
viewers just commented, and they said, you must start small, but you must always dream big. You started so
Yes.
small and so rough, but you've
Yes.
grown so much, and you've
Yeah.
impacted so many people. So I just want to know what motivates you, what drives you to just keep pushing, keep pressing. I know it's not always smooth,
Oh, honey.
because I also just launched a small business. It's not always smooth. You don't always have time. You don't always have it together.
Yeah.
But what motivates you to just keep pushing and keep pushing for that growth?
Um, I think I always go back to the why I started, which pushes me most of the time.
Mm,
And I think that because with now I've like started working and I've had a lot of moments where I'm like, is there still a space for DHC? And funny
mm,
enough, while I'm still thinking that, a client will message me and be like, thank you so much for so and so. And it's really, your product has really changed my life. And
yes,
something as
yes,
small as a product can impact someone because you don't know where their mind is at when it comes to their hair. You don't know what impact you're having.
yes.
So for me,
Mm,
anytime I get discouraged, I get tired, and I think, oh my gosh, maybe this thing was just supposed to remain in my mind
and,
in terms of having that
mm,
product. There's no way for
yes,
DHT to go. There's always a customer, a client, something I see that reminds me that you don't know whose life you're impacting with this product. It's bigger than
mm,
me. And if I don't
yes.
execute it, no one else is going to
Then who
execute it
will?
the way I was supposed to. You understand? There's only going to be one
Yeah.
THC. So that
Yes.
knowing that there's someone that whose life I'm changing, a girl who looks in the mirror and initially, you know how it is with our hair. It's such a confidence attached thing. So
Yes.
if they can use my products and feel confident as women and stop wearing, maybe if they've been wearing specific styles because they don't want to go out with their hair, then they do that
Mm,
joy that I can give someone else, right? That's what keeps me going, and that's what
amazing.
keeps me pushing and saying that I need to get this out to more people, and I need to keep going.
Mm,
I need to give people more products that are solution based and not just normal
yes.
products. You understand? So
Yes,
I know
definitely.
that
Definitely.
it's within me, and as much as I might run away from it, funny enough, there'll
Comes
always be
back.
honey, it's like go back. And
Tembo,
it's
kwenzakalayo?
like, come on, mommy, I can't not do it. You understand?
Yeah.
I can't,
Oh,
even no matter
yes.
how it looks to me in terms of I'm not growing enough. In my eyes, I may see
Mm,
that, but that's not really the reality. I can't not do it. And there's certain stages that I have to
mm,
go through as I grow. There's certain times where you just have to be patient and sales are not going as you expected. There's certain times where you have to
yeah.
realize, Guti, A, B, C, D, and E are happening because you've done such and such. You understand?
That.
So
Yes.
yeah, so it's
Yes.
in me, it's my legacy. And how lucky am
Mm,
I to be this young and be able to know tangibly, work tangibly for my legacy, for my kids' legacy. It's
yes.
DHC, you
Yes.
understand?
And
And
to
it's
actually work.
mine.
Yes. And to actually
Yeah.
work in purpose.
Exactly. And to
It's
actually work
amazing.
in purpose, it's like,
It's
it's
amazing.
absolutely amazing. So that's what
Amazing.
keeps me going.
Mm.
That's exactly what keeps me going.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
You see now, I know we've had this conversation, but girl, even I'm mind blown. um, so the next question I have for you is basically in terms of your business growth. Where do you see like a rough summary of where you see DHC in the next 5-10 years in the market? Where do you see it going in the next 5-10 years? So I know for a fact you've already mentioned this on the previous questions that you answered, that you're seeing it being first, it must be a home-based product, which means you're seeing it at our homes, sorting out and solving our problems. And then you're also seeing it in salons, specifically in Durban. So you're seeing it being that one very powerful brand in the salons around Durban. But because we've touched on those two, where else do you see it going in the next 5 to 10 years?
Oh, 5 to 10 years seems like a long time, but it's not really a long
It's
time.
not,
It's
girl.
not. It's not. So
No.
yeah. Besides it being in Yola homes and obviously being in salons, I see DHC having its own headquarters where we are producing massively, like I say on demand, where I'm sleeping in the
Girl.
warehouse, girl, and I'm just like, what, we just gotta keep going, where the demand surpasses
Yes.
me. But even in the demand surpassing me, we still are
You still
true
deliver.
still delivering true to our
Yes.
products, true to what we said, and never losing that no matter what. You understand? So
Yes.
if no
Yes.
matter how we grow, if we can stay true to what we said we do and do it the way we've always done it, then we good. I also see DHC just being beyond hair products. I see DHC having like some sort of masterclass series, but it's specific to DHC. It's specific to Black women. It's bringing other
Yes.
businesses, whether you have a bakery, right? So whether you have a
Yes.
bakery, whatever you're doing, it's DHC with other women, other Black women, creating an economy where the money flows within the circle and it doesn't leave the
Yes. And a
circle, right?
community.
A
Yes. And I think we
community.
spoke about this before. Yes. A community
Yeah.
where Black women feel like their ideas matters, their businesses matter,
Yes.
and knowing that your existence, matters and you're
Yeah.
important.
For
And you're not
sure.
just a bypass
Yeah.
product of your
Yeah, you're
parents,
not. Exactly, yeah.
Yes.
You're
Yes.
not. Yeah. So seeing how can we bring these various ideas and be impactful, be young and be impactful. Yeah, well.
Yeah.
So even if we have that masterclass series section where we're empowering women and we're empowering other businesses and we're giving them a platform, and just seeing what else can we offer to serve. And
Yes.
as
Oh,
we
I love.
grow, yeah.
No, continue. I'll, I'll add after.
Okay, cool, it's fine. What else can we offer to serve? And I really do believe that DHC, the business itself, it will always tell me what I need to do next. So now I might be
Yes.
talking to you 5 years before, 10 years before, and probably when you talk to me the next 10 years, right? You'll be like, but you said this, that, and I'm telling you, like, no, it's changed. You understand? So I always want to be so attached to the heart of DHC, to the beats of what God is telling me to do next. You understand? Because
Yes.
I really do believe,
Yes.
Guti, it's beyond me. So I'll always know if I'm attached to the beats and the heart of what this is supposed to be, I can never limit what DHC is supposed to do.
Yes. And you will never lose track. You will
Never lose
never lose
track.
track. You will
Ever,
always be
ever.
in line and always be in purpose.
Yes.
I love it. See, now you're
Yeah.
making me tear up during an interview. Is that even allowed?
I don't know.
Is that even allowed?
I don't know.
It actually moves me to the next question. We almost like towards the end of our interview, and it's going so smoothly. I don't think I want it to
Yeah.
end, but
Oh.
unfortunately, the next question is basically, if you were to go back, let's say to a 15-year-old Degracia, what lesson or what advice would you give her around business growth that you think was important for you to learn? Probably it could be something that you learned in the process once you started your business, or it could be something, way back that you thought you're thinking, as in, if I knew this way back, I would have probably solve this and this and this and this type of problem.
Mm.
So because I follow you, just like how you follow me, I
Yeah.
know your business, your entrepreneurial skills were grown by your mom when you used to sell sweets in school, right?
Yes,
If
yes.
I'm getting it right.
Yes, you're
Yes.
getting it
So,
right.
so as a young woman, you were already kind of like in a business like setting, because you understood the concept of, if I sell something to someone, I can make a profit out of it, and I can use that profit to do one, two, and three, and actually
Yeah.
that product, it can actually help impact someone's life in a one, two, and three way. So if you
Mm-hmm.
were to go back to, let's say, a 15-year-old Degracia, 16-year-old Degracia, what advice would you give her around business?
Ooh, honey. Um, I would tell her that save. That's the first thing I would tell her. I would tell her to save. I
Yes.
would also tell her to trust in what she feels is the next thing. So whatever that
Mm.
is to her, she needs to trust in that and know that she's doing the right thing, and have sort of like blinkers on to like focus on what that is. And if
Oh,
she's
that's so
focused, she's
powerful.
yeah, if she's focused and she has her blinkers on, the other stuff doesn't matter.
Mm.
You know, who's doing
Yes.
what,